Mr. Angel Santiago, it's your turn, bro.
Good evening. Anybody tired yet? We're doing okay? Alright, good. So, there was a woman that woke up from a dream. She turns to her husband and says, "Honey, I just had this amazing dream. I dreamt that you gave me a pearl necklace as a gift. What do you think it means?" Husband says, "Well, I guess you'll find out tonight. It's their anniversary." So he, reservation, nice dinner, had a little gift for her, has it right there on the table. They get to their dinner. She sees the gift. She's so excited. He gives it to her. She's excitedly opening the gift. And when she opens it, it's a book on the meaning of dreams. So she's definitely going to find out what her dream meant. But the gift that I want to share with you today is it's a great influence for transformation in your life. And each and every one of you is probably sitting behind, in front, or next to someone that is giving you a gift. More importantly, those of you that are in couples, right? I often ask people, would it be beneficial to you to have a piece of technology that would shock you just a little bit, not a strong one, just a little buzz, every time you did something that you needed to look at, that you needed to say, "Hey, check that out. You need to look at that. There's some work to be done there," right? Wouldn't that be helpful to you? Yeah? Yes. You already have him or her. You live with him or her. Every time your husband, your wife, your partner does that thing that's just like, there it is. I need to look at me. What's in there for me? One of my favorite, I have many favorite teachers, but this one in particular, he's from Spain. He has a quote that says, "The other person doesn't exist. The only way I can experience who I am is through the other person. Therefore, I'm never with another. I'm always with myself." Think about that. So, we're talking about positivity, right? So I want to talk a little bit of a different aspect of positivity. Is how do you turn, because I don't know if you've noticed that there's been a theme in most of the speakers. They've all said the word shit, right? So we got a theme going on, right? So what I help guide people do is how to turn the shitty situations in your life into fuel for personal growth. How do you turn that shit into fertilizer? Right? Because you can sit there all day and like, "Oh, look at that shit, it stinks, and it's stacking up, and it's just stinking up the house." And you can complain about it all day long. What if you use it? Right? Why don't we turn that negativity into positive growth? Not only personal, but also professional, because by the way, there's no line between personal and professional. A lot of times we say, there's me in professional life over here, and there's me in personal life over here. There's two of you? It's just you. So if there's any conflict professionally, it's just personal shit that's spilling over to your professional life. So to give you an aspect on positivity and how you can live more positive is, how do I use the experiences, the difficult ones particularly, into fuel for personal growth, right? And there's, anybody here like honey?
Yes.
Yeah? But if you don't like honey, maybe you have an allergy, or maybe, I don't know if you can have an allergy to honey, but some people don't like it. But you could agree that it's sweet, right? You could agree that it's good for you, right? There's a monk that I follow on YouTube, and I'll give you the name, it's kind of hard to say this, Ajahn Brahm. Ajahn Brahm. YouTube will correct you, just type it. It'll pop up. He has a really long story about honey, and I can't get into it because there's just not enough time. But I'll get to the moral of the story. He said there's always honey in every situation. It is your job to find it. Now here's the deal. Usually honey comes hot. Like when you go to the grocery store, how do you see honey? How is it packaged? in a jar, or the teddy bear plastic one, or a mason jar. There's usually something see-through that you can see. This is clearly honey. Give me some of that, right? But what about when the honey comes to you in a rusted can full of holes with no label? What do you do with that? Eat it? Most people would just like, get out of here. They'll kick the can. It's ugly, it's rusted, there's no labels. Like, I wouldn't even know to look for honey there. But there's honey in there. Our job isn't to focus on the packaging, right? We talked earlier, some of the speakers talked about the vessel, right? The physical body. We all believe in that. A lot of us do. We have the belief that this is the physical body, the vehicle for my truth, right? So if my physical body is the vehicle for my truth, and that means that everything that happens to me in the physical world is also a vehicle bringing me truth. Truth that's going to help me transform. Truth that's going to help me discover who I really am. You've heard it in the stories. They all got to a point where they were like, who am I? What am I here to do? How do I tap into my potential? You heard her story. She had a lot of shit happen in her life. But she's turning it into fuel for growth. She's doing it. So if that's the thing that I want you to get out of this particular moment, or at least for this whole entire night, is next time you look at, I'll give you an example. I had someone message me on Instagram and Facebook. They know what I do. They're like, Angel, I need some help. I'm at my ideal job. Like, this is like the dream job of my life. I'm getting paid more than ever, and I feel like I'm really truly on purpose. But I'm having conflict with my manager. She just treats me bad, and she's just makes my life hell, and I'm to the point where I want to quit my job. And I said, she knows what I do. I've spoken to her before, so I can kind of cut through the chase. I said, listen, let's put the story aside, and I want you to describe her to me at the level of qualities. Tell me the qualities that she's showing you right now. Okay, well, she's stubborn, and she's cold, and she's harsh, and she said another word, selfish, I think something like that. She used like 4 words to describe it. And then I said, okay, how are you cold, harsh, selfish, and not affectionate? Silence. There's always silence when I ask that question. Tears? And she goes, you hit the nail on the head. I'm that way with my oldest daughter. And I guarantee you that the next time you approach a conflict with someone or a situation, ask yourself those questions. Break it down. Get rid of the story, because it's just a story you're telling yourself. So get out of the story, because the story is calling it shit. The story is looking at the packaging. But if you ask yourself, what are the qualities that this person is showing me? And if you truly do some of the things that the other speakers said, observe yourself, meditate, think. Be willing to collect evidence of what's being said to you, what's being shown to you. You'll find out that somewhere in some way, shape, or form, you're doing the exact same qualities. Maybe in a different way, maybe to another person. And that would be your moment of growth and transformation. You can say, ooh, I am being selfish. And this is how I'm being selfish. I promise you, from that point on, you will stop. I mean, if you want to, you can always, like in the Matrix, just put me back in. I don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. You could. You always have that choice. But you're always going to be living in some kind of prison of yourself. But if you're willing, if you want to talk about positivity and how to live in a more positive way, is learning to turn these negative situations in your life into fuel for growth. Okay? So thank you very much, and I hope you have